All right, welcome to episode 95 of Trek Live. Bill, how you doing this morning?
After yesterday, I'm doing great. Really, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot of Star Trek news yesterday about
Yep.
a lot of different things. We are in the golden age, obviously, at this point. So we're going to cover all of it. We're gonna talk about each piece of what came out of Comic-Con yesterday. There's Discovery news, there's Short Treks news, there's Lower Decks news, and of course there's Picard news, which melted Star Trek Twitter down yesterday.
And Trek Core currently, obviously.
Trek Core is currently down as of the recording of this. So that just speaks to the intensity of people trying to read everything they can and find out what's going on. And we're here to talk about it and share our thoughts and give people a platform to share theirs too if they're here live. So if you're watching us live right now, log in to YouTube, have an account, and be a part of the conversation. Tell us what you think as we go through our conversation.
Yeah, technical issues aside, we're going to do our best to keep the stream going so we can, have this conversation live and give the people an opportunity to join the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Before we jump into the news, I feel like we gotta cover our rewatch status really quickly so we can jump into the meat and potatoes of today's stream.
Sure. I rewatched 4 different episodes of that was my watch.
Okay.
Four different episodes of The Next Generation's first season. Home Soil, Coming of Age, Heart of Glory, and The Arsenal of Freedom, which I really, really love. The Arsenal of Freedom, I said on Twitter, is an episode that is like a real nostalgic trip for me. I loved it as a kid. I still action, phaser battles, everything you want as a kid. That still kind of makes me happy today. There's Klingon stuff and Heart of Glory.
Yeah.
So I think this is where season 1 kind of hits a little bit of a stride and gets a little bit more confident. And there are less missteps in this last run of episodes. So I'm enjoying it right now. But anxious to get into season 2 and keep going now that I have, more Picard stuff in my head. I'm really anxious to dive into Next Generation even more than I already am. But what about you?
I just watched The Menagerie Part 1, and I watched The Corbomite Maneuver. I'm not sure if I was on the Dagger of the Mind last week.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just watched those 2 episodes. Still loving TOS. Maybe next week we'll kind of talk about a perception on starting a new show, because I feel like there's some momentum in there. Really excited to kind of get through that, and I'm just curious to see how both Bill and I are going through the first season of a show, so I think it would be interesting to kind of talk about how our perception and how our momentum carries and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm still loving it, still cruising through season 1 of TOS. So.
Very cool. Real quick, did the Menagerie, were you thinking about the Anson Mount version of Pike?
Oh, yeah.
Watching the Menagerie at all?
Yeah. Since that episode aired, I've been just dying to get back to this run of episodes. It changes the whole episode. It changes what I remember when I first watched the Menagerie till now. It has a lot more weight to it. You understand kind of where Spock's coming from, and you understand the hesitation of Pike in that the 2-button no.
Yeah.
So, yeah, loving it still.
Yeah, there's definitely new layers that are really fun to explore with the added insight that Discovery kind of gave that character.
Yep.
So yeah, really anxious to hear you talk about part two, of the Menagerie, where stuff really starts paying off and you see where everything ends up again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll hopefully talk about that next week, and like you said, cover or rewatches maybe in a little bit more detail too.
Yep.
Where they are right now. Yeah, I guess we should just jump right into all this flood of
let's do it.